Benvenuti amici, I'm Rita, the honored executive chef of La Siciliana here in San Pedro, California, 347 on 6th Street, right in the middle of Little Italy. Our place today is happy to having you here with us so we can share some of our favorite recipes, and very easy to make at home, and so you can see what's in our food. So we're so pleased to have you here today, and I want you to come behind the scene in my beautiful kitchen. So come with me. Andiamo? Ciao, we're on the pizza station now, so we're gonna dress some sandwich. Our dough is a special dough. As you can see, is in single containers, and our dough is full of water. It's very high hydration. So, and it ferments in the fridge for at least 48 hours. The process of fermentation is not all at once, and then gives you all the heaviness in your tummy. So this process allows the dough to ferment in a very nice and slow way and release all the flavor and the aroma of the dough that you're going to get once you eat our pizza, because it's going to be really crispy, really crunchy and soft at the same time. So what dough is going to do, see, you can see through the dough all the air that is already fermented. It gives you all the crispness, but still you have the flavor of the dough. So now dough is going to create a vegan sandwich, which is really good. We sell it for everybody. It's vegan because it's vegan friendly. We have so many dishes that are vegetarian and vegan. One of our creation is from the artichoke. It's an artichoke spread, and we spread on our sandwich. Dough is gonna show you. So we're gonna create lots of flavor, and ne metti tanto. It's gonna put a lot. He loves this spread. So along with this beautiful spread, it marries with our topping that we do it. Everything we make it. We don't buy anything. We just combine and create ourselves. So we have green olives, we have black olives, we have Kalamata olives, all the kind of olives together. We put a little touch of sun-dried tomato, which are another representative product in Italy. And then on the other side, we're gonna spread the Calabrian chili pepper. So Calabrian is another region next to Sicily. Is right there, is our next neighbor, where we get all the other produce, which are the very famous chili. So we have the brightness here with the artichoke and the lemon. We have another beautiful strong flavor, which is given by the olives. Another kick that is given by the Calabrian chili paste. After this, after all the vegetable, after all the produce, what we're gonna put is some fresh arugula. So we have fresh arugula here, and what we do, we're gonna drizzle some extra virgin olive oil, because the herb needs to be dressed. A little touch of salt, just a touch of salt, and a little touch of black pepper. Give you the warmness and the smell. So after the fresh arugula, Dodi is gonna put some fresh cherry tomatoes. And then in the end, we're gonna dress the sandwich with a balsamic glaze. It's gonna give the very deep, deep flavor and aroma and smell of the sandwich. It's beautiful, fresh, and full of flavor. See the crunchiness, and there you have it. Baciata vegana. We call baciata vegana.
Welcome to the San Pedro Brewing Company kitchen. Today I'm here with Ambrosio, my kitchen manager. He's been here for 20 years. We're gonna start with our ahi sandwich, and let's dig in. Okay, so we start with 8 ounces of seared ahi tuna. This is really, really delicious. It's great. It's light and healthy. and wonderful for lunch. So from here, we toast some sourdough, add caramelized onions, put on some greens, tomato, fresh avocado, and then this delicious ahi. And then we've got a side of our teriyaki soy ginger sauce. For lunch, it's great to have a side of fruit. This is a really nice, healthy, light lunch or dinner. One of our most popular items.
Hi, I'm John Bigakis back here at Big Nick's Pizza with Chef Luis. Today we're doing a lunch dish, one of our most popular sandwiches. It's called the Boss. So the Boss is a sandwich like the Philly cheesesteak. It is a Philly-inspired dish with a twist. So you get your onions going on the grill. So this is fresh roast beef. This is about 10 ounces, grade A roast beef. So just like a Philly cheesesteak. Give that roast beef a nice saute, get it nice and brown, that golden brown color, get a nice cook to it. We don't want it totally, we want it nice and cooked. Cooked roast beef gives a great flavor. Get those aromas going again with the onions. Here's where the twist comes in. Philly cheesesteak uses green peppers. For this dish, we're gonna use roasted red bell peppers. Give it a little bit different color, a little bit different texture than a traditional Philly cheesesteak. All right, and then the last twist to our Boss sandwich, like a Philly cheesesteak, is we gotta add mushrooms to this dish. Okay, so now the last thing we're gonna do is take all the ingredients we just cooked, throw it in a nice Italian roll, delivered fresh daily. You can pick this up at any local market. Put a little bit of mayo on that bread. Gonna throw all the ingredients and then melt some cheese. You wanna cook it in your oven. Doesn't really matter the temperature, you just wanna give it a nice toast, get that cheese melted, get that bread a little crispy. And now it's time to melt it. And that is the Boss sandwich.
One of our dishes that we're going to make today is called the Moroccan chicken wrap. This is one of our favorites and our best sellers at Sebastian's. So we start by cutting the chicken tenders in a small dice. We have ground black pepper, a little bit of chili. Fresh garlic is very, very important to have. And don't be afraid of, the food, a good food should be a little bit messy. And that's where the flavors are coming out. Fresh parsley, chopped parsley. I prefer Italian parsley. Some oregano, Greek oregano is really good. It has a nice aroma, nice touch to it. Ground ginger is good to have. Again, this is something that you need to decide how much you want to put. Fresh squeezed lemon juice, a little bit. You don't want to go too much on it, otherwise you're gonna, the chicken is gonna be really hard if you put too much of it. And then kosher salt, a little bit of ground thyme. You don't want to have that much because it can be overwhelming for your dish. Also, depending on how much chicken you have to be very careful with this. Paprika, ground paprika. I like the Hungarian smoked one, but you can use whatever you want. This is basically for the smoky flavor of it and for the color of the chicken. So this one we put a little bit more than all the other ones. And then finally, we put homemade chicken stock. You don't have to make it homemade. I know it takes a long time. You can always put some of the North seasoning, the powder ones. You have to mix it a little bit in the water and make sure you have the flavor there. And then at the end, canola oil. Canola oil sticks everything together and make sure your marination will be equal. So this is the messy part. That's where you have to really dig in. Make sure you mix all the ingredients that is in there. All these combined will give you tangy, salty, smoky, spicy flavor that when you marinate them, it will just melt in your mouth. One thing that I have is that I can cheat. I have this already marinated. I just showed you the marination, but I have one that has been marinated overnight. So we take a decent amount, and you don't want to be cheap because it's all about the flavors. If you're going to feed yourself, you have to treat yourself. I have this over here. I turned them once, and you just have to make sure your chicken is cooked all the way through. You don't want to have raw chicken, because then the whole purpose of this video will, you will spend it somewhere else in the kitchen. Again, so we have our pita, the Greek pita. I'm sure John from Big Nick's are gonna love this. Homemade aioli. You don't have to use aioli. You can use whatever you want. You can use Thousand Island. If you choose to make yours, you can do whatever you want. As you can use ketchup, whatever. So we choose to put our homemade aioli there. Put a decent amount because this will give the flavor to the whole dish. Some fresh onion, some fresh Roma tomatoes. Put some cucumbers in there. So the way you know that it's done is that you take one of them and you open it. Simple, because it doesn't matter if it's broken or not. So you see, it's not done yet. Back on the grill. If you don't like the food that you eat, don't send it out. You have to show respect to the food. You have to have pride in what you do. And this chicken, I really take pride in that. I really love that. Our chicken is good to go. You still have some juice, and you don't want to overcook it. You just want to make sure that it's all the way through, but you don't want to dry it out. Because, if you dry it out, all the flavors are gone, the juice is gone. You want to experience that, the flavor, the juice, the marination, all these things in your mouth. And make sure you treat yourself. Don't be cheap. Treat yourself. Make sure you have a decent amount of chicken. You don't want to only taste the vegetables or the aioli. You want to taste the combined, the meat, the cucumber, the tomato, the onion, the aioli, and the pita bread, John. You wrap it. And make sure you close it. You don't want to use knife and fork on this. You want to use your hands. You want to just hold this, have a Coke, drink, soda, whatever you choose to drink. Have it next to you, sit on your chair, block the sound, and enjoy this deliciousness of a sandwich.